Hi, I'm Pete, and welcome to Just a Few Acres Farm at the Restoration Tractor Sales Auction in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm here pretty early, it's sunrise, looking at all the tractors. Lots and lots of 06, 56, 66, and 86 series for sale today. This row here at the road seems to be all restored. I think this is this company's business from the name. A few later tractors down here, and a few earlier tractors down here. Ah, that green stuff shows up everywhere. What's going on in here? Wow, they got all kinds of stuff they're working on in here. Huh. That's got 2 turbos on it. This is pretty typical. Will she start? That was the owner of the business that they were tow starting that R over there. He restores and works on these tractors, and I think this is kind of a surplus auction. I talked to his dad too, who does grass-fed beef and also has a repair business, but not here. This is the son's operation. Got a few Alice's here. I expect they might have trouble starting a few things today. It was about 15 degrees when the sun came up, and it's about 20 degrees now, on its way up to, I don't know, 35 or 40 degrees at the highest. Tires, brand new. Firestones, 20.8 38s. Lots of used tires. Weights, front weights, rear weights, clamps for duals, 3-point quick hitches, drawbars, cabs, 4-post canopies, lots of rear rims, Robson canopies, nice ones, miscellaneous parts. Rear axle parts, differentials, transmission gear sets, PTO units. I've been looking for one of these. No, that's not quite right. There's a Fender radio, not IH though. Got front axles over here. Lots of flat top fenders, floor decks, hoods. Toolboxes. Here's a bunch of wheel centers. I talked to the owner because I'm looking for 30H center wedge locks for the 856 3¼ inch diameter axle. He said he didn't have any here right now, but he's going to be getting some in soon. Lots of these. These are wedge lock 34s. Everybody wants the 38s these days. That's the muscle tractor look. 38-inch tires, 16s on the front, I think. Let's go see what's for lunch. What's for lunch? Chicken.
Chicken.
Awesome.
There's ham and cheese sandwiches in there.
Nice MTA, all painted up. Wonder what that'll bring. Looks like they take care of the details pretty well here. Very clean. Yeah. I want to introduce you to Jesse Stolzfuss. Is that right? Yep. He owns this place, and your business is?
So we buy and sell farm tractors. We do a lot of restorations, a lot of internationals. About 80–90% of them are internationals. We do a lot of TAs, engines, so forth. Specialize in like the 06 series up till like the boxcar magnums. A lot of 66s and a lot of 06s, 56s, some 86s, and then some boxcar magnums and maxims and so forth. So that's what we do. We buy, we fix up, resell, also do some customer restorations and so forth. A lot of engine jobs, TAs, so forth. So that's a little bit of what we do here.
Are you finding, my own opinion that people are kind of moving out of the letter series and more into those later 06, 56, 66, 86 for collecting now.
Absolutely. When it comes to the classic muscle tractors, especially the old turbo tractors, 1206s, D21s, 4320s, 1456s, that's the new collector tractors of today. The old M's and so forth, there's still guys out there pulling them, running them some, but the 1206s, even 1066s are getting to be all the tractor pullers and even some collectibles anymore.
Yep. Well, thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Pete. Thank you.
Yeah. I assume this is going to be the problem today. He's got the magic juice. Beautiful 1206. That's attention to detail. And on this series engines, pretty similar to what's in the 856. This whole mess on the side here with the oil pump and the oil cooler, and it's just leak city if you don't pay attention to the details with the O-rings and how everything fits together. I mean, all this, the O-rings, the quad seals that you can put in here and through the oil cooler here and the oil pump in here, and lots to seal up. Original hour meter, probably. It's nice when you can keep that.
Look at all these traps.
Once I got this 1456 running, I want to show you it's got a belly tank on it. These are pretty highly valuable for collectors. Whatever, they're just a cool accessory to have. The tractor doesn't actually draw straight off the belly tank. It pumps it up into the main tank and then draws it off of there when you want to turn the pump on.
Listen up, if you're here on site, on ground, here on site, on the floor, there's no buyer's premium.
Yay!
Internet providers,
No
with us,
buyer's
we have
premium.
equipment facts, we have proxy bid. So
As usual, they're selling
guys, we have a
smalls
lot of,
first.
we have over 700 items to sell today.
Small stuff.
And,
then they'll sell the tractors.
500 and
Then they'll
something
sell
till we get
the
to the
weights
tractor.
and
So we want to be on tractors for
all
1
of
o'clock.
that
We got it, let the clutch
wheel-related
out, get it
stuff.
going.
27, 30,
Pretty good crowd here just to start.
30, 40, 40, how about 40, 50, and now 60.
I was looking at these tanks. They're two the same. They're fuel tanks. There's fuel filter. I imagine there would be a pump down here. And I think that they clamp on the frame rails right here, so they'd be a side auxiliary fuel tank.
Take what you want.
They got some other ones of different styles here. These ones would clamp right under like saddlebags, I guess, across the bottom of the tractor. They got a couple sets of those. Yeah, there's pump and filter for them. This one goes on one side. There's one like the one we first saw. He's going through all this sheet metal here now.
That's choice 47, 48, 49, or 50. 48, 49, or 50. 5 and a bit 60, 5 and a bit 50, 5 and a bit 60, 5 and a bit 50, 5, 65. Sold $55. 90, 27. Do you want them all?
I would.
All these, 55 bucks a piece. 66 and 86 series, side pieces to hoods. First one, 200 bucks. Looks brand new pretty much. That went for $200 and it needs some TLC. These front axles, here's always the problem. They get welded up at the top of the kingpins here. This one's got bolt ends. But he's got a bunch here that aren't. That one's fine. That one's fine, although it has a user modification there. And somebody reinforced that with a whole lot of weld. This joint here. Another front axle thing you see quite often. Must have cracked nice. Not all the way through busted, but along there. There's another one.
5 and a bit, 10, 20, 30.
A bunch of flat top fenders.
25 out, 25 out, 25 out, 35 out, 35 out, 25, 35, 35 and about 35, 45, 45 and about 40, 55 and about 55, 55 and about 65. So $55, 9077, 6 lot.
I guess they're selling them one at a time. That one with the rust streak in it, 55 bucks. Better one, $150. They got food in the building there. I got a cup of coffee and a whoopie pie, sandwiches, donuts. It's on the house. It's all on the owner. So, thank you. They got most of them running now. But it's going to be a while before they get to the tractors. They got tons of small stuff to go through. Here's a narrow front 856 with a turbo on it. Sharp tractor. You just gotta stick your head under here and look for the turbo. Right there she is. Sharp Hydro 86 with a canopy. What this is? This thing up here? It's an intake air preheater. Takes some of the exhaust air, run it around the intake here so that it warms up the air coming down. This is the most 1066s I've seen at any one time. There's 10 of them right in a row, right down through here. All for sale today. This 1256 is in, it's either an older repaint or original condition. I would guess older repaint. Here's what it looks like from the driver's seat. Tight. Here's what I was talking about. You know, it's not a big deal. It just needs to be resealed. That's around the oil pump, tack drive. The oil looks like it's actually coming from the cover plate back here. Once you get to them, they're not hard to fix. And down here, yeah. Here's another 1256, and it truly does look original. And original's more my style, so check this one out. Steering wheel has the correct patina on it. Yep. You can really hear the turbo on this one. doesn't run as smooth as the other one does. Good. This might be TA delete with just a lever on it. No? Still hooked up down there. You never know. Nope, there's nothing there. TA's been removed, disconnected. TA delete. It's funny, they left all the linkage in down to the plunger on the MCV, but there ain't no TA. You can delete the TA and just put shaft in there instead of the TA unit. Is that a hydraulic ride seat? I think it is. These are the lines for it. This is a Wheatland 856. I've never seen one before. See how low it is? The front axle is different. These are 16-inch tires, and these are 34-inch tires, but it just looks small. And look when I stand next to this tire how low it is. And the main differentiator, of course, always with the Wheatland is just got a straight drawbar on the back. And no brakes on the PTO unit anymore. It just looks funny. Having a cab on it doesn't help any. It's so low to the ground. This whole front bolster is different, and the hydraulic power steering comes out the back instead of being integrated in there. I think that lowers it down some.
Uh-oh, camera time.
Look who showed up.
I'm camera shy. He's not. All right, now where were we? I'm camera shy. He's not. So he says the best way to get un-camera shy is to put a camera in your face.
That's right. Who is this?
I don't even know who I am. That's the problem. I'm still figuring that out. So leave a comment down below if you know. If you don't, well, we'll just roll with it.
You're going to get two video. Well, let's see. No, you already made a video.
Well, I'm in the process.
Well, you did the preview.
Yeah, I've done already.
You'll have complete coverage of this auction, and I think it's worth it. There's a lot of really great stuff.
You'll never, as many auctions as I go to, you'll never see another one like it. The battery, I think, is dying at the moment.
No, that's the tells you it's going.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're going and growing, and we're about to be showing. So, hit the like.
And there's deers in the rear too.
Oh, there are deer.
Yeah, there's a few back there.
They are exactly where they belong.
Well, I've been screwing around eating whoopie pies, drinking coffee, talking to Farmall Fanatic, and looking at tractors. They've still been working through the small stuff, and they're coming on here with all these cabs and ROPs and canopies, so I'll show a few of those. Cab off a 1086 or 1486.
$100 25 down, 50 to 75, and now $100 one a half, one down, $200 down, two to two and a higher, $250, $300, 500 before 75, $500, $500, get $500 gone once, $500 gone twice. Last call, get it here, 500. Sold for 75. 706, 1466.
We already cut these so you get your brakes on easier.
He cut them already so you can get your brakes on easier. Don't have to take it off to get your brakes on.
They fit way
Oh, they fit nicer. And now 25 and get $500, 25, 7 higher, 2750, 25, 7 higher, 7 higher, only 2,600 bucks. I'll ship back for you 20. How about you in the back? 26. Sold it to you, 2,500. 66 series, and they don't have that troublesome AC on them, boys. You don't have to worry about that.
Cab. You heard them, 66 series.
500, 25, $50. Jason, you need a cab. $50, $25. Huh?
Ain't much to them.
Total $25, 9019.
25 bucks. Onto these quick hitches.
3-point quick hitch.
First the John Deere.
250, 75. Sold $150. 1342.
150 for the John Deere.
Factory International Category 2. That is hard to find, boys. And I want 500 on that. 7.5 now. 800, 800, 900.
This is gonna go for some money.
900, 10, 10, 10, $10, 10 down 11, down half, down 12, down half, and down 13, 13, 18. Anybody else? 18 a quarter, 18 a half, 18 a quarter, 18 a half. Sold it, $1,825. Appreciate y'all. Put it on board.
Right thing brings big money.
Category.
They're heading down way over there, and they're going to start in the Magnums and the big tractors. And it's lunchtime. That chicken that I saw cooking earlier, they're serving that for free. They got ham and cheese sandwiches, drinks. It's all on the house. I think that first one down there went for a little over 50 grand. It's a 7150. This 5140 went for 31.5.
Nice, again, nice 5140. We'll sell the loader right after it, guys. Have it at $7.50. Have it at
$22,500. 3088 with 3,500 hours, 4-wheel drive.
75. 29, 5, 29, 2.5, 29. 5. So, 29,250. Ohio gets her 93703.
29,250. 1486. No TA. $11,000. Oh, now we're coming to a good one. The 1456 with duals in the belly tank. New clutch, new TA.
$20,000. I get $20,000. I get $20,000. Put them on. 21. I'm here to work.
$23,000 the bid.
24. $24,000 for. $24,000 bid. $3,000. We get $4,000. 23.5. Down the boys get in. We're gonna go. We got more to sell. You now 4.5, and now Delaware's in 24.5. Delaware 24.5 going twice. Are you all satisfied? Here we go. 24.5. So 24,250. 143,704.
$24,250.
All right, gentlemen. What a tractor. What a
This
tractor.
beautiful
Set your sights out here.
1206.
I want to have about 50, 40. I got 15, 20. $15,000, 20. It's $15,000, 20,000, 17.5, 15 a bit. That's approximate. That's not doing now. 20,000 now, 17. How about $20,000 now? 25, 22.5, 22. 5 a bit. 20 down. 25 and 25. $25,000 now. 5 a bit. 27.5, 27.5, 28, 27.5 a bit. $28,000. Boys, the hard work's all done. She's ready to go to the show. Look at the rubber on her now. $28,000. Anybody give 7, 7?
Really is nicely restored.
27,750. He's in 27.5, 27.7.5. Now $28,000. Now $28,000. I knew we were missing somebody. 28.5.
Oh, we got a new bidder.
28,000. 29. 29,000. 29. Now 5. 29.
Here it comes.
5. 29,000. Now 5 and a bit. 2.5. You want to do that? 20. Now 5. Now 29.5. Now 29.5.
This guy came in late.
7.5. 29.5 and a bit. Anybody else? 29.7.5. You want to do that? 29.7.5. So, 29.5, boys, appreciate you both.
The late bidder gets it. Now this 1206 here, the head gasket weeps a little bit, but doesn't seem to be a big deal, I guess.
20,000. 20,000. Anybody at 17.5? I'm going to sell. Nobody bids, but I think she's too cheap.
This tractor is exactly like the one before. For 5,500 bucks, we can redo it if you leave it here for us.
Yep.
Like I said, the head gasket won't leak when you get it. We'll need it till Monday though to retorque that head or do whatever we need to. But that tractor is good.
You're a discounter, boys. I'm telling you, they'll redo it if you want them to. Now 18,000. Delaware, now $20,000. Now 20,250. Right where we should have started. Now 20,250. You gonna do it? $20,000, 250 divide 20. Get in, boys. Let's go. $20,000, 250 divide 20,250. Now 5. 20,000, 5.
This late bidder back here. Oh, here we go.
20,000, 5. 21. So $20,500. Thank you, sir. You with me all the way, and I appreciate all of you.
Now this 1066 all painted up.
Let's go. 25. You go roll, 26, 5, 7 and a half, 27, 2, 50 to 27 down, 2 and a half. Sold it, $27,000.
$27,000. Now on to the 966 here.
$10,000. It has been $10,000, $10,000, $10,000,
$15,750. 856 with a turbo on it.
That's a tractor I like. I'm gonna bet somebody there. I'm gonna bid 30. I get $10,000, $15,000, $15,000. Let them bid a 15. I got 10, 11, 15, 12, 5, 15, 12, 5 of the money, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12, 5 on the $15,000. 15 now, 17, 5.
He's checking to see if the engine's still there.
17, 5, $15,000, 17, 5, $15,000, 17, 5. Jesse said the guy leaning on the tire. Well, that's about 30 guys. 15, 16, $15,000, 16, 17, 17, 17, 17, $17,000 now, 17,
He's a 16.5.
17, 17. You want to give 16, 7 and a half, sir? You want to give 16, 7 and a half? 16, 5, 16, 7. Are y'all done? 16, 5, 7 and a half. $6,500 now, 70 bid now, 7 and a half. 16, 7, over here at 16, 5. Whoever y'all have. 16, 7 and a half. Orange Johnson's in. 16, 5, 16, 7 and a half. Y'all done? 16, 5, 7 and a half. So $16,500, $14.97. Thank you, sir. You got yourself a real nice tractor.
$16,500. This Hydro 86 is a Jeff Showaker.
What are you gonna do right there? I'm gonna buy somebody right there. $15,000, $15,000. I got 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 25, 25. I'm 20 minutes out, find out 25, $25,000, 20.
She shot right up.
$20,000, $25,000, $25,000, $25. Yeah, 25, $20,000 on the money.
$24,500.
All right.
Jesse, the owner of this business, is providing histories on the tractors when they go up for bid. He'll say where it came from, if the prior owner was known. They'll say who it was, what work they did on it, how many hours, whether he thinks those hours are correct, what problems they ran into that they fixed. And you don't get that at auctions normally. You just get, here it is, as is. And you kind of trust what he's saying. It just conveys that what he's saying is accurate, which is really nice. Like I said, you don't normally get that. This is a 1466 that was consigned. Jesse doesn't own this. It's the one I showed earlier with the giant rubber on it. I think he's saying potato. He's dragging him to $10,000. I don't know if something's wrong with it. That's awful cheap. Coming at you, Mervin. 10-5, 10-5, 5, 10-5. Did we get 10, 2.5? Boys, I'm going to sell this thing, but it's too cheap. Look at the rubber on it. $10,000, 2.5. $10,000, 2, 10, 2, 50 minutes, 10, 2.5. Jeez, it's got great tires on it. It's full of weights on the front.
Yeah, straight shaft.
I don't know.
Straight shaft now.
Yeah, much better. 10, 2.5, 10-5, 10-5 mileage, 10,005. So 10,250. 11446.
Wow, 10,250. I don't know what I'm missing. Maybe there's some mechanical problem with it. I didn't hear it run. Now we're onto this whole row of 1066s. I counted 10 together here, and I never thought I'd hear this, but he's selling choice on the first two 1066s. You sell fence posts by choice, not 1066s. 12.5. I don't know which one he took.
$50,000 get 10. $5 grand, 75. We'll do it again. 75. Both of them's got new GAs in them, boys. 10-5, 11-5, 11-5 there now. 12-5. Yeah, 12-5. Make it 12-5 there now. Your turn way to back. 12-5. $12,000 to let you in the door. 13.5, in the 7.5. So 13.5. You're gonna wrap them up. 14.35. You want the first one? He'll take the first one.
He takes choice. This
Back
one.
up bidder. We got the second one for you.
I guess that's the one I'm sitting on. Next up's this 1256 that we looked at closely earlier.
$5 deal, $75. Come on, boys, let the clutch out. 75 and a 10. It's $10, $75 and a $10 and a 10, 10. Now 12, 5 and a 10, bid, 12, $15 and 5. Boys, on hook up. Here we go. It's $16, $5 now 10. Something on the seller. 16, $5 now 7.5. 16, $7.5 pound call. 16, $5, 16, $7.5. 16, $7.5. Sold it 16.5. Put it on.
16,500. Now onto this 1256.
It was an original TA tractor. Somebody put a straight shaft.
Remember, we drove this. There's no TA in it.
Come out of Nebraska. A running, driving tractor.
But it runs pretty good.
By the time I want to give it an old 12. You do say it's straight shaft now. It's kind of interrupted. Straight shafted.
Yeah.
No TA.
TA delete.
$15, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $3,000, $4,000, $3,000 for 5, and now 5, 11, 11, 5, make 5, 5, $5, $11, 2 and a half, 11, now 2, now you can, 11, 5, 2, now 5, 11, 5, 11, 7, 15, 11, 5, 7, now 12, it's 12 down, now 2 and a half, it's 12 down, sure appreciate the help, $12 down, 2 and a half, $12 down to be 200 and a half. Sold at $12,000. Appreciate your shirt, sir.
It's not a bad price. And I thought for a few minutes about buying that tractor, but I have some other priorities for tractors before I get to a 1256. Yep. Well, it would have been a good candidate. Needs a little bit of this, a little bit of that, which I like to do. 1206. Not restored. I guess it might have a couple fix-it items.
You want to get 12, 2 and a half yet, internet? I got it on the floor. Here we go. 12, 2 and a half, 5, 12, 5, 12, 5. We all through. We all done. Ready to go. 12, 5, 12, 2, 50 and 5. Sold at 12,000, 2 and a half.
I would say that's a good price for a 1206 in that condition.
Pull up.
All right, this next 1206
we got another
is a
1206
local
here.
tractor. It got traded in here. It never wore a TA. Never
Drawboard
had
tractor.
We put an air front on it. It's a good running tractor. About 10, 15 years ago, the motor was redone at Keystone Tractor.
85, 95, and now 10, 5, bid, 10,500, now 11, 5, buyer, up at 10, 5, 11, 5. I get 10, 5, bid, 11, 5, bid, 10, 5, make 11, 5, bid, I get 10, 5, bid, 11.
$11,750. 1206 Wheatland with a stuck motor. Those tires, they're pretty cracked. Wowie. She's been sitting for a while. She's stuck.
Take it along. $5,000, 5 again to $5,000, 55, 55, 55.
It's funny that they took the trouble to put a new seat on it, and it's got new hydraulic couplings on the back of it. But the engine's stuck. I don't know why they would do that.
$6,000 final call. New Jersey, Hammers High. $6,000. So, 57.5.
Behind the folks here is an 806. It looks pretty straight. It's got a new clutch, a new TA that they put into it.
7,000 and now 5 in. 83, 82 to buyer, 83. In that. Sold it to you, 8,200. The gentleman standing right up here.
This is 706 with German diesel in it. 310, same as mine. 756. It's a late 706.
3 down, 35 and down 4, now 5.
These are worth considerable more than a 282 706.
Nice open station now. Look at the front grill on that thing. It is straight. 82.3, 82.3. Sold $8,200.
Something a little different here. This is a gas 560. So painted silver instead of cream white. $3,000. And over here, the lone Super MTA, $5,600, and the sun's starting to get low. Here we have
It speaks for itself. It starts on gas, switches over to diesel.
An MD.
Sort of a sweet little tractor.
Wow,
I know about these.
Hard to find them, boys. You got $3,000 on the money, 35.
Well, he's at 57 and a half. 8,000.
Here we go. 82, 85, 85, 86, 55. Sold it, 82.5. New Jersey bound, thank you both. 9052.
82.50.
All right, this John Deere R runs and drives, but it has the pony motor is just behind us on the loading dock, and the pony motor is stuck.
$2,000 bid up $1,500 up $2,000 bid up $1,500 up $2,000 bid up $1,500 up $2,000 bid $2,000 for an R. $1,500 $3,000 and a half. Anybody else? $2,950 bid $3,000.50. $2,950 to bid a $3,000.50. Sold at $2,950. You got her, young man.
All of the International Harvester tractors have sold. They're still selling. They have some Alice Chalmers to go through and some wheel weights and things like that. But I'm going to close this video here. I have 3 closing thoughts for this video. Number 1 is I think that this era of tractors, they're the hot thing now, not only in International but in the other brands as well. The kind of mid-60s to late 70s muscle tractors, I see them appreciating in value. I see them being a good reason to spend money because they're an investment in a way. They're not like an H or an M, say, a Farmall, where they were worth $1,200 when I was a kid and they're worth $1,200 now. I see them appreciating as time goes on, at least in the kind of mid-term. The second thing is that I never regret the tractors that I do buy. I have regrets about the tractors I didn't buy, and it happened here today. There have been auctions where I went home and kind of kicked myself for not buying this or that. The 400 I looked at Goodrich last year that went for $2,100. I should have bought that. Seized up, lots of good project work. I probably should have bid on the 1256 without the TA today, the one that needed this and that. It was a good straight tractor that hadn't been repainted. Would have made a good project tractor. I could have bid on the 1206 that was stuck. That would have made a good project tractor. Those are my 3 thoughts. There will be more auctions in the future and there will be more chances. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.
$8,000, $5,000, $5,000, Hit $2,000 down to $2,500 down to 2 bid $2,500 down to $2,000 $2,500 3 3 down 5 and $3,500 down to 3 down $3,500 down to 3 down $3,500 down to 3 down $3,500.